right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to start by giving all honor and all glory unto Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakah, Hakwadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, whom I learned this truth from. Shalom, Tai Sincere Akim, pushing his word and truth and sincerity. May peace and blessings be upon your households. And Shalom to you, Akwaf, who listen to tune in as well. And, this is going to be, a very serious lesson, all right? This is regarding the things that are taking place in the earth today with the prophecies coming to pass. And we're seeing the economic, system collapse right in front of our eyes, which is all being orchestrated, but nevertheless, these things are happening, and it's going to get really bad out here, really bad. It was just something I was meditating on while on the plantation, how things are speeding up, how things are, getting worse day in and day out, okay? And, if you're in the spirit, you can see things getting worse, okay? And with our spiritual antennas, on alert, you should be able to feel that things are about to take a turn, a left-hand turn for the worse, okay? And I got a couple articles that I want to go into to further prove that, and we'll get some scriptures too, okay? But we'll start in the book of Ezekiel 3 and verse 17, and it reads, Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Okay, so the prophets were set up as watchmen, okay, to watch for the dangers ahead, okay, and to warn the nation of Israel, the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, okay, who descend from Jacob, okay, and the Israelite foreigners who may look like the heathen. All right, they were set up to warn, okay, to tell you of the prophecies, tell you of the events that are coming, okay, all right, and filter it through the scriptures, all right. Therefore, hear the word at my mouth and give them warning for me. Okay? So this warning is from Yahweh Bashim Al-Shai, the Heavenly Father. All right? He's warning his people through his men, telling them that things are about to get really bad. Okay? He's about to bring forth his prophecies. All right? And he's giving you a heads up before he does it, which is mercy, man. Okay, when you really think about it, is mercy that Yahweh Shema Shai would give you a update, okay? He would give you a head start, so to speak, before he brings evils, okay? And when you go into that word evil, it just means bad times, all right? And that's what we're headed for, man. Bad times, man. Evil, all right? Can't stress it enough. It's about to get really, really bad out here, man. Okay? People being evicted left and right. All right? People being deleted. Okay? Day in and day out, man. Bodies are dropping. Okay? People are dropping from the Beetlejuice. All right? You got the new order being set up right before our eyes. Okay? You're going to have these Gurkha troops and UN troops, busting down doors. Okay? Deleting people, dragging people to concentration camps. All right, it's about to get really bad, man. Okay? Now let's read this article. And it reads, nearly 9,400 renters were evicted in the past week alone. Whew. Okay? It's getting serious, man. All right? The median rent in the U.S. is above $2,000. Doesn't matter what city you're in, man. Okay? So it's about to get really bad, man. All right? Let's continue reading on. Rising rents and inflation have made it difficult for tenants to keep up with their housing costs. All right, and I'm in the same boat. Okay, but the difference is that the hopeful elect are gonna have faith and hope. You know, we're gonna have Yahweh Shema Shai. We're gonna have to go through this hell, man. Okay, we're gonna have to go through this straight gate, but the Lord is gonna be there with us. Eviction activity has picked up as a result, but there are ways you can protect yourself from losing your home. All right, and that's false, man. Okay, the scriptures tell you that the Lord brings poverty and He brings riches. Roughly paraphrasing. Okay, there's nothing you can do to protect yourself from the calamities unless Yahweh Shema Shai is with you. Know your rights as a renter and speak to your landlord about a payment plan to lower rent. And that's not going to happen. Okay, rents are going to continue to rise. Okay, inflation is going to continue to rise. Okay, the price of food is going to continue to rise. All right. At the start of the C-19 pandemic, evictions came to a halt as lawmakers instituted a ban on them to prevent a mass homelessness crisis. But those protections are long gone. As a result, a growing number of renters have come face to face with eviction in recent weeks. Okay, so that eviction moratorium, okay, where renters were protected, you know, they weren't able to be kicked out of their homes or apartments, okay, whatever you reside in, because they had some sort of law put in place. But now that law is done away with, okay, and people are being kicked out of their apartments, houses, mobile homes. Okay, evictions are at an all-time high. Okay, you got a video where you have an Eve speaking about how her friend, which is an attorney, is filing record numbers of evictions, man, from places, filing record numbers of foreclosures on homes. All right, it's about to get ugly, man. Okay, let's read to this last little section and we'll grab another scripture. Okay, the eviction lab at Princeton University reports that there were nearly 9,400 evictions in the past week alone. All right, in 1 week. All right, 9,000 people homeless. All right, and in New York City, where there's a notably large concentration of renters that have been over 186,000 evictions filing since March 2020. That's a lot of people, man. All right, and this is just the beginning. Okay, we ain't seen nothing yet, man. All right, this is why it's important to stay prayed up, man. Send those prayers up to Yahweh Shema Shai to give you the chief things in life, man. All right, a place to cover shame. Okay, that's all we need in these times. All right, anything extra is a blessing. Anything extra, man. As long as you got a place to lay your head, you should be thinking how about Shema Shai, man. Okay, let's go ahead and grab this. This is Matthew 24:8, and it reads, "All these are the beginning of sorrow." Salakia. Let's start in Matthew 24:7, and it reads, "For nation shall rise against nation," and we see that now. All right, we see that popping off right now. You got Russia pretty much already sending nuke threats to the West. Okay, and all these smaller nations are backing Russia, man. So nation is rising against nation and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines. Okay? There shall be famines, meaning what? It's going to happen. All right? Food isn't going to be accessible as it is now. All right? You're not going to be able to just go and drive through Taco Bell, drive through and grab a soft taco. Okay? And some mild sauce. All right? It's not. Pretty soon, people are going to be fighting over scraps in the garbage, man. and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. Okay, so all these things are coming. All right, got this new variant on the rise, things of that nature. Okay, Matthew 24 and verse 8, and it reads, all these are the beginning of sorrow. So we're only at the tip of the iceberg. Okay, when it comes to sorrows, man. All right, this 9,000, 400 renters being evicted is only the beginning. All right, pretty soon you're gonna turn on the news and it's gonna be 200,000 people, okay, removed from their homes. All right, 300,000 people removed from their apartments in 1 month. Okay, these are the times we're coming into, man. Anybody else telling you anything different, all right, is is lying to you, man. All right, leading you astray. Okay, let's go into this word sorrow. All right, a feeling of deep distress caused by loss. All right, and this is what is coming upon the world. Okay, distress by loss, man. People are losing homes. Okay, losing cars, which I got an article. We're gonna touch on that as well, man. Okay, people are losing things. All right, and what Gerald Salente say, who was an economic advisor, he said when people lose things, they lose it. Okay, so people are about to go bug wild out here, man. It's about to get crazy. Okay, so prepare. All right, prepare yourselves. Akim Akwath. All right, a similar sadness, unhappiness. All right, hey, that's what you see amongst these Babylonians, man. People ain't smiling no more. People ready to take each other's heads off. Okay, feel or display of deep distress. All right, deep distress, man. Okay, just for further edification. All right. Now let's go ahead and grab this article, man. All right. More people are falling behind on car payments. Okay. So that you got the evictions, okay, at an all-time high. You got the foreclosures on homes at an all-time high. Now people are falling behind on their car payments. Okay. And how do people use their cars to go to work? People use their cars to, some people work out of their cars. So this is going to cause a ripple effect, okay, to a great magnitude, man. Okay, and this is out of Duncanville, Texas. And it says every car and truck sitting at the Hyde and Seek Recovery Auto Yard in Duncanville represents a long gone unpaid. All right, and this auto loan, bubble is going to create a whole nother problem within itself. All right, so it's just event after event after event, man. Okay, and it's all gonna come to a head. From the fence line to the back, it's all repossessions, says owner Mike Agyarian. Right now, we've probably got close to 220 cars in the yard. Usually, we're around 110. It's almost doubled. Okay, you see that? So things are doubling, quadrupling. All right, people aren't able to pay their mortgages. People aren't able to pay their car notes. You see, and this is why it's important to live within your means. Jake, Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, they're not good at doing that. All right, they're not good at living within their means. Meaning what? They go out and purchase and buy things they can't afford, or they go out and take out loans, all right, and borrow cash just to get in debt to go get something they don't need. All right. Hey, it's a lot of advice, what you would call worldly wisdom or worldly advice I took from my grandfather. All right, which was really, according to this world, I'll leave it at that, was a really, smart and wise dude. Okay, he knew how to live within his means. All right, he was able, he was good at saving money. He knew things he didn't need. He wouldn't buy it. Okay, because he knew that he didn't have the money. But when he got the money, or he had a little something extra, he would go get it. But he never would take out loans. He never would get in any high debt. Okay, reading on, it's getting hard, he says, to find space for them all. Reading on, it's a difficult business to be in, right? He says, we hear everything. We hear every story. Okay, the number of people more than 2 months behind on their car loans, according to Cox Automotive, was up 26% this December compared to a year ago. All right, so people can't afford to pay these car loans. All right, people are months behind on their rent, their car note. Okay, the average Babylonian is one paycheck away from being homeless. All right, but you still got people walking around proud, nose in the air. Eve walking around, all right, proud as she's ever been, but she one paycheck away from being put on the streets, man. All right, that's why the Lord is going to continue to punish you people. All right, continue to destroy you Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, because you refuse to humble down. Okay. All right, rambling too much. Let's go ahead and grab Luke 21 and 25, and it reads, and there shall be signs in the sun and in the moon and in the stars, and upon the earth distress of nations. Okay, and when we were just going into that word sorrows, what did it mention? Distress. All right, that's what's coming upon this earth, man. Distress. Okay, people aren't going to know where to look, where to turn to. Okay, and this is where the men of Yahweh Shema Shah are getting ready to shine. Okay, we're getting ready to shine like never before, because we're gonna have the wisdom and knowledge to keep us stable. You all right? The rest of these people gonna be bugging the hell out with perplexity and the sea and waves roaring. All right. So the stress is coming, sorrows. All right, bad times, man, evil. See, that's what's coming. Okay, and want it off here. In Ezekiel 7:5, and it reads, "Thus saith the Lord, power and evil, and only evil behold is come." Okay, that's all that's coming, man. All right, it's better to what do you call it? Grasp reality. Take hold of what's coming, versus try to hide underneath a bush somewhere. Okay, like you see a lot of people doing. You see a lot of Israelite groups. They ain't telling their congregation of the evils to come. All right, they hiding in the corner when it comes to prophecy. Okay, but the Lord is saying that only evil is coming. All right. Ezekiel 7:6, and it reads, "And end is come, the end is come, it watches for thee. Behold, it is come." Okay, so we're at the end. Okay, and before Esau his end is accomplished, it's gonna get really bad and ugly, man. Okay, we're witnessing a transition of kingdoms. Okay, and in a transition of a kingdom, it's gonna go down violent. It's gonna go down bad. Okay, it's gonna be evil before good and righteousness is set up, man. Okay, and really quick before we close out, I just want to get this word bad. Okay, bad. A poor quality or a low standard. Okay. Not such as to be hoped for or desired, unpleasant, unwelcome. So it's going to get unpleasant. All right, people aren't going to be looking for the things that are getting ready to take place. All right. So with that, we'll go ahead and end this lesson. Lord willing, it was edifying. Till the next time, Shalom, DTA, and Abba Ball.